Hello and welcome, everybody. Here we are at Friday Energy Focus of the Week for June 20 to 27th. And I'm here with Arlene Arnold, the founder of Transformational Tools. And we are excited to be back together for this week and see what that is in store for us. So I'd like to start with just going over the theme for June to remind us what that is. It's rejuvenate your inner resolve as you prepare for a sea change. And the luminary that we use is Dolphin Song, and the color card is Strength in Black. Arlene's going to talk to you a little bit about this. Do you want to do that now?
I'll just walk people through a little bit about this theme, because this was a really what I felt inside of me. Was a really important day today, and this is the solstice, so it doesn't surprise me that certain things would come up on this particular day. But this whole thing about a sea change, and inside of me, I was thinking, well, it'll be a sea change for the better. Well, it's actually on two different planes. So it's kind of like what we see out in the world can be the beginning of a sea change, but it may be a lot more tumult before we get to a sea change. But as far as us inside and individually, it could be already, I have felt it for me, that's already a sea change, and it's about expansion. It's about moving into a higher frequency. So we're like spiraling into the next dimension, whatever that is for you. But for most people, that will be into the fifth dimension, and that's a place of harmony. So what we're going to be talking about today has a lot of relevance around our sea change, our internal sea change. And so I'm going to turn it back over to Leslie, and then we're going to talk with you a little bit about what that is.
Yes, I can also add to what you're saying. It's seems like it's not only the inner sea change, but the outer sea change, and we're all part of the same kind of thing. I think going through big shifts and big changes, and with the solstice coming, that is another reminder for us about the different changing of the seasons, different changing of time. So it's all a good reminder and a good thing to be going over that today. So in Dolphin Song, this one here.
Oh, and I have Dolphin Song that I can put up for us.
Oh, great. Okay. It's the numbers 4 and 12, as we remember. And what came up today was, or as I was doing this, is open to your inventive and creative nature that calls you to remember why you're here. Have you been allowing your creative nature to express itself? In what ways? And I'm thinking as we go through, as I was thinking about this, I was thinking as we go through this sea change and some tumultuous times, our inventive and creative nature is something we can draw on. Like, I wonder what it would be like if this, or I wonder if I did that, if that would be helpful, or, using your inventive and creative time. I know here we've been kind of setting up a little beautiful art place to work, and so and thinking of ways that we can be creative with it. So that's what occurred to me. That's one way that we've been trying to express itself. There are other ways, and it'd be interesting to have you, write in the chat something you do as a creative way to shift your energy or to raise your energy and participate in that, um, you know, shift that's happening. So if you feel like that, we'd love to hear from you. The color card is also.
I want to say one more thing about the dolphin song.
Yeah,
There's another section in there that I often go to when Dolphin Song shows up. It's the message from Dolphin Song, and the last part of it says, "My pathway creates a blueprint for infinite creations through unique blends of design, shape, vibration, and consciousness." So I think that spins off from what you're talking about. As we're more creative, we can begin to create a blueprint of a creation in the world that we really want this to be. And Dolphin Song is here to help us with that and to, I think, be more conscious about what it is that we're creating.
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. And thank you for adding that because sometimes we think of ourselves as just kind of being part of the whole, but each part of the whole, like in some of our other beautiful luminaries, we're reminded that that piece adds a beauty to the picture of that matrix. Um, and so don't be left out, right?
Yeah. Bring your part in. We
Bring
need.
your part. Yeah, absolutely. So the color card for that was Strength in Black, which came up this time. To you understand what you're experiencing at this moment, what you are experiencing will pass. You see life in stages. Your willingness to be totally present in a particular stage of life allows you to extract its juiciness and its direction for your life. You are open to the smorgasbord of possibilities. And I just love that. I thought, oh, first of all, juiciness sounds good to me. And smorgasbord, yeah, of possibilities. Yeah, don't, and it reminds me not to think of, there's only one other answer that could be here. There's a bunch of answers out there that could help you to move into that state of creativity.
You know
Yeah.
what else that I got for this is goes back to our theme, this idea of rejuvenating our inner resolve. As
Mhm.
we stay in this place of resolve, and it doesn't mean so much that we're going to change things, but the resolve to be available to all possibilities, to be able to be here, totally present and focused as we see consciously things that are coming up. I think that's really important in this time.
Yeah, it sure is. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Getting feedback. What
Is
in the
that for me or you or?
I I'm getting feedback, so I'm not. Oh gosh, it's terrible. All
Oh,
right. No, I'm going to take my hearing aids out and see if it's that. That helps.
yay. Oh,
I
good.
just getting used to them, and I didn't know that that would happen on here, so I'll have to look into it and say what is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
All right. So this week's cards are the luminary is wings. It's wings. This one, just to remind you what it looks like. There you go. Um, it's the luminary, the numbers, the sacred geometry numbers are 5 and 11. And this is what came up as a focus for this week. Like a dragonfly of delight, fly free into the depths of your soul felt desires. This is where dreams manifest. Find out what's, excuse me, I flipped in my reading. Fly into your dreams to know clearly your human and divine desires. Breathe into the potentialities yet unrealized, remembering that all you desire is possible. What I really loved and stood out, besides the beautiful colors, this beautiful turquoise and purple and lime green in there, and all these beautiful colors, is where it says, fly into your dreams to know clearly what your human and divine desires are. What is it that you feel you were here for and here to do? Breathe into the potentialities yet unrealized. Okay. And I don't know about you, but I've been getting lots of prompts to say, oh, but there's this. Oh, but there's this to address, and I'm thinking, well, I'm obviously not done. Not that I ever thought I was, but it's like, yes, there's more to do, and here's something to sink your teeth into, so to speak. There's potentialities yet unrealized here.
You know what else, Leslie, is the whole thing about breath. And some
Mm-hmm.
of the information that Will
Breathe.
has been bringing to us talks
Mm-hmm.
about how important the breath is in manifesting and
Mm-hmm.
being where you are meant to be next. And I'm really focusing on that breath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. When you can breathe into that and just, I when I do it, I might think of what I my desire is, and then you like it take a breath and really just imagine that coming through your breath.
And the word that I'm working with a lot is harmonizing. We're
Mhm.
still working on the masculine feminine course, doing the revising, and harmonizing the masculine feminine is coming up really strongly. And I keep looking around at all of the things that are so fractured and how much we need this harmony. And so I really am breathing into the harmony and feeling that harmony across the world, but especially in our inner selves, because that's where harmony really shows us what that means in our lives.
Mhm. Mhm. I totally agree. That word's very up for me too lately. I noticed, Courtney, thank you for writing. She says, I'm feeling pretty creative lately. I write poetry and it's been flowing pretty good. I like to listen to vibrational music while I'm typing. That's awesome. That's taking you right into that place. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, send us one of your poems. You can do that at Arlene at transformationaltools.com. I would love to share some of that if that's okay with you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So the color card then is, let's see if I have it here. Okay. Hmm.
I got it.
I'm, did
It's
I,
a
that
less, that's the black. It's the
not the
lesson.
black one, the yellow.
Yeah, the lesson in yellow,
That's
right?
in
Yeah.
yellow. Thank you. The lesson part there in Arlene's color card guidance book, there are certain places that we go to look sometimes for what the lesson might be, just to get a feeling for it. And this was the one that stuck out with for me this week was impracticality. When you're unable to think clearly or see the consequences of your decisions or actions, you become impractical. Find out what's standing in the way of your clarity. Are you trying to please someone? Are you living up to inner expectations that do not fit? Are you bucking your own inner gifts? Clearing up the sources of the confusion will bring greater clarity. So I love those questions because they are really could be very helpful for us this week. You know, if you see yourself acting out and you're not feeling totally clear about it, you can say, well, how come? Why am I not clear about this? What's up? Am I trying to please somebody? Am I not speaking up because I'm not claiming my gift of sharing and speaking to someone? So those are some really interesting questions that we can look at this week, and it will bring greater clarity to us. And I think as we move through this time of where some things come up and it's not totally clear, going into that silence, like Arlene was talking about, and Will, going into that silent place and breathing and just allowing that to come to you, allowing that clarity to come forward, I think is going to be very, very helpful.
I think so too. And the thing that came to me is that along with getting clarity in the way that you're talking about, we also have the opportunity to move into our knowing self and in our intuition so that we can be discerning. And that means using the purple or the violet purple with the yellow, because
Mm-hmm.
then you're accessing your intuition, you're accessing your knowing. And then when you bring that with the yellow, which is how you find out where you are in the world, that kind of thing brings a discernment that can be really helpful in these times when it seems like there's so much going on.
Yeah, if you're not getting it from your internal self, that's always been helpful to me to go through to the purple and yellow and just work with that and work with those colors together. You can do our, you know, just be aware of them, but you can also work with them how we work with them, and you can
Yeah,
talk
and
about
the other thing now is I'm doing the infinity sign. And so the violet purple is in the head, and if you bring the infinity sign down and around and then through your yellow, which is in the solar plexus, what you're doing is bringing about the two working together. It doesn't create a new color, but the two are working together. And
that.
that I think is really important right now in terms of what you're talking about. Let's get out of the confusion. Let's get into the clarity. And one way to do that is to get access to our knowing. And,
Mhm.
and that can be through the violet purple color and working with the yellow. So just try it, just start up here and then make an infinity sign that comes
Mhm.
around. And that is a really good way to say, okay, now they're both working together.
Mhm. Yeah. Having that intention helps with that. Yes, that they're going to be doing that, and they just help you out. It's good. Okay. This is the part where we have some announcements, and Arlene, it's up to you.
Yeah. As always, I'm really inviting all of you to, and many of you already are, but all of you who aren't, to join our subscription community, which is we call it the Vortal. And you can go on the website, transformationaltools.com/Vortal, and you will be able there to learn all about the Vortal. And I am planning to offer to the Vortal on the 24th of July at 8 a.m. Pacific. So I hope you are one who gets up early in the morning. That's a Thursday. And this is one of the aspects of long lasting healing, which we do at Transformational Tools. And it really brings, and part of the reason I was telling Leslie that this has come up is because I've used it recently with one of our members, and it turns out that it was just extraordinary what happened for her. So it was like the inner self was saying to me, it's time to bring this to everybody in the portal. And so, those of you who would like to be a part of that, just join the portal. It's just $7 a month. And that way, I like to bring things to that community because I know they're seekers. I know they're ready for additional information. And
Mhm.
this is about bringing harmony to parts of us that have been split off. And it's simple to do, but it's absolutely life changing the way it helps you in your inside of yourself. It'll help you on all levels because it's about bringing in your emotional self into alignment with your knowing self. And that is huge. And it is something where when you have thoughts and they turn into something that you go back to over and over and over, it might be something that happened in your life, or it might be just something that comes up that you focus on. This is one way to be able to release that and come into a place of much more peace and calm and ability to live through such changing times.
Absolutely. I highly recommend you try to make it if you can. It's really, it can be very powerful. And with the energies the way they are now, too, it will really help augment that, I think, for us. So that's pretty wonderful. Okay, I think it's time for us to get started on our focused readings. And Sue is first.
All right. What would you like me to do?
Luminary.
Okay. All right. I want to see everybody up here. Oh, oh, Sue. So nice to see you here. All right. What's the challenge for Sue? She's probably going, I don't need any more challenges. Well, it's dolphin song, so that's when you get the same card that we have for the month or for the week. It's pay attention, pay attention. This one's really, 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 really important. And so just go back to what is in the Luminaries book on dolphin song, and you're going to find exactly what part of that is for you. But I'm going to just tune into the art here and tell you just a little bit about that because there's pink in here, there's white in here, there's a uh, there's a name for it, but a certain kind of cross in the middle where the energy goes out on both sides and up and down. And it's a four is one of the numbers here, and the four is actually the number for the first thing that you create, the first structure in humankind. So this means that you're on the edge of something new that you are going to be constructing, but it is going to be in the way that Leslie and I will be talking about. It's through the breath, it's through manifesting, it's through intention, it's through clarity. So this is a really big time for you, Sue. Just really pay attention because and turn to dolphin song because dolphin song can really help you.
I feel like the dolphin song is going to be the thing that whirls you into this new place in your life and swirls you into it. And there may be, I sense by the card that came up, that there's some clearing that will help you. First one I got was lesson in red. Use your intense energy to live your life meaningfully. And um, this your starter doer might be anxious. I don't know if you're anxious to get going or you're trepidatious about that, but there's something in your um, foundation that's feeling maybe like it's shaking up a little bit, wanting to rearrange. And to bring balance into that area. And um, green is the complementary color here. So you're working with your foundation and you're working with your heart. And so maybe doing the infinity one with those two would be helpful as you go through the week. The other one is the lesson in orange.
Oh my goodness, she has two.
Yes, they just refuse to come out alone, I guess. But it says allowing all your emotions to be felt. So, what this is saying to me is that as you are rearranging that foundational issues, that you just allow it to really move up through your body, up through this part that houses our emotions, and and uh, allow it to um, because this is the place, and blue is its complement. This is the place where your creativity can really emerge from. And so your creativity wants to be balanced and opening it up. Remember, blue is up here, throat area, and orange is your second chakra that goes up to your waist, from the upper hips up to your waist. And that by doing the infinity thing with them, that and with intention for you to um, balance those areas so that your creativity can emerge and really help you swim with the dolphins and be there and swirl with them. As she was describing the dolphins, I could just see that this is what's swirling, this is what wants to be shifted.
I have one more thing, Sue.
Mhm.
You need to really focus on I had it in my head just a minute ago. It'll come back. Um, the bone, Leslie, that's down there, right where the orange and the red come together. It's in the
Sacrum,
shape of a heart, the sacrum.
sacrum.
Yes. I want you, Sue, to go in and find out about the sacrum, what is the metaphysical meaning of that, because there's something about that that's really important for you right now.
All right. The next one is Will.
And I'll
And
do color code.
color card for him.
Well, he's in the strength of white. Okay. Will, I think you already know this, but you're in a really powerful time right now. And the more that you focus on what you consider to be the energy of the divine energy, the source energy, the whatever you call it, the more that you wrap yourself in that, the more that you feel that around you, the more that that is going to work with your inner self and your inner knowing. And boy, is it going to be expansive. And again, notice here, Will, that it's white and black that are part of this uh, the two colors that work together. And the black is all about all the possibilities on earth, and the white is the possibilities in the soul and in the area of the universe, the cosmos. So wow. That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And notice there's some white in Love Child.
Oh,
Love Child. Maybe you could hold this one up for us.
I will get it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the vibration of the numbers 5 and 10. And boy, as I'm looking through this, there's one section that really jumped right out. I am the fragrance of earthly compassion leading to an embrace with the eternal. My pearlized refraction within the harmonic core requires complete openness, responds with empathy, and brings in hope and joy of the divine child.
Hope, joy. Yes.
Yes, I retract my energy if forced, yet expand like the fragrance of opening flowers in spring if appreciated.
Look at that flower in the middle, two of them, the
Mhm,
white and then the one around that. That's like that opening
mhm.
flower.
Yeah, just that this includes the discernment, but it's saying, you know, I can be in complete openness with who I am because I can respond with empathy and bring hope and joy that of this divine nature of mine, of this child, divine child of mine.
Wow.
And I think that can shine just beautifully.
Oh, that is amazing.
Hmm. Mm. Sid is next.
Sid. All right,
Yeah.
Sid. Let's see what's going on here. Wings. Oh my gosh. Okay, Sid. This is a double whammy for you. So please really pay attention to wings. And what I'm looking at the information here. Um, it's about applying wings. Put on your wings, Sid. Soar into the outer reaches, explore the place beyond time, see your life from there. How can you bring freedom into the everyday moments of your life? And this is different kind of freedom. This is like a freedom to be, a freedom to expand. How can you bring freedom into your everyday moments of your life? What gifts do you bring into this expanding world? And you already know some of that, but your gifts are going to stay in pace with what's happening in the world and you in terms of expansion.
Keep holding the card up, okay? So it's lesson in black. Embrace the possibilities and banish fear. You know, when we change, I mean, look at in the wings. The black is behind it, and that's all possibilities. Sometimes when we make big changes like that, we get a little nervous. And that's what I'm feeling here is like, well, yeah, I'm kind of nervous about some changes, and I'm maybe feeling that, how will I be if I do this, or how will I be if I expand that, and so it's just encouraging you to embrace all the possibilities that are there. And I know I come back to the art thing for you because
Yeah, me
your
too.
artistry can um, become that trail that you move and go through. And just keep in mind um, that your potential, when you turn this into a strength, you are transforming, you are focused, and you are full of possibility and potential. So that's what's coming in your new shift, which I can really feel
I want
that
to
for
tell
you.
you, yeah, I just want to tell you, Sid, that one of the things that's coming to me is this little bit of a question you have come on the 24th, because that will take care of that little bit of it's not fear, it's not quite sure, and it's because of some part of you that is still in process. So come join us, because that is going to be a really good time to work with that.
Hmm. Okay. Um, let's see. Sandra is next. Sandra.
Well, I have the strength in gold for Sandra.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let me feel into this for you, Sandra. It's like you're finding the gold. You know how we talk about the rainbow and the gold at the end of the rainbow. You're really there, ready um, to mine the gold, because you've been working on this a long time, and you've been defining and refining and getting clear and all of that. So now is the time to receive the gold, meaning that gold of what it is that you are here to offer, and how you're just going to be so clear about this, about how you want to offer it, why you're offering it, and then on the other side of it, just total trust that you are there now to finish this process and mine the gold.
Okay, and mortality is
Whoa.
what came up for your, yes, this one. And it says everything is organically evolving, creative, and being creatively responsive. It encourages you to be playfully present, seek within, moving within and through the vibrations of a changing earth. I get this picture of this intrepid explorer for some reason. That's just going, okay, let's see what's next over here. That's interesting. Well, that's what's over here. I don't know. It's kind of a fun picture coming through of you exploring these different areas and allowing whatever organic movements come into your life and just finding beauty in them and delight in them and saying, gosh, this is pretty interesting. And I think I could do this, or I could help here, or, that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. Are you getting something from that too?
I'm feeling like things are lifting off of her. Maybe things that would have felt um, heavy to carry or something. And it's just like, it's just moving off of her.
Yeah. Finding them with delight and beauty, seeing them in a new way.
Yeah.
Saying, all right, Mia is next.
And Mia says, I sing. Oh, wow. Mia has many abilities. Singing is so wonderful. All right, let me see what the luminary is for Mia. Well, it's love, Mia.
Oh,
That is so such a beautiful card. And I bet you could sing to that card. I would certainly try that. And there's the rainbow. It has all of the colors in there. It is it's moving that love through you and out into the world, and in so many different ways. And I just feel like the time is now, Mia, and you'll know what that is. And you're primed and ready. Do you get anything, Leslie?
just what card I drew that goes with it.
Okay.
Okay. It is strength in red orange. I'm going to call it red orange
Yeah.
because it's both full of fire, starter, doer, independent. Um, Remember, red orange goes into both the red and the orange areas. And so there's a lot of uh, energy that is arising in those areas and saying, yes, 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 yes. And the complementary color is turquoise. So that is your higher heart that's calling and saying, yep. And remember, that's in here. And so it's saying, as you sing to love, allow it to arise up through your body, up through the red center, orange center, and express itself upward and outward throughout your body. And that's going to really shift whatever energies are you're working with at the time into that higher frequency.
Wow.
Yeah. Power.
Yay, Mia.
Yeah.
All right. Is Courtney next?
I have John and then Courtney.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see John. All right, John, I'm going to see what your color card is. No, it's not that one. Yes. Okay, so there is the lesson in blue, John, and it says, "Speak your truth from deep within." You know, this is a time where it's more important. It's more important than ever before, I think, to be very clear that the words come from that deepest part of yourself, not the old programmed part of us that may have had reactions. So this is a really good one for you, John, to take some time to be with that and speak your truth from deep within. But truth means that it's coming from that heart center, from that place of your soul. So, what do you get, Leslie, for his? Do you have anything else you want to say about this for him?
Um, no, I think it really does have to say speak your truth, and yeah, not just what you said was what I was getting as well.
Okay.
Mm.
And what do you have for him for
I
there? Wow.
I have integrity.
Wow.
Integrity. It's the numbers 8 and 64. Both of those are very powerful numbers. See if I can hold this in a way that looks has the doorway there.
Yeah.
There's an emerald doorway of the heart declaring, I remember I am home, I am. And this is often about bringing in parts of ourselves that maybe haven't been brought in to integrate into our total loving human energy and divine energy, both, just bringing it back to that place where we can feel a sense of peace and a sense of knowing that we belong and that we are important in this time to be here. Um, it says living a human life with all its amazing complexities can sometimes feel exhausting. It may seem as parts of the self became stuck um, by their experiences. Yet each of the experiences we've ever had has led to an understanding of what it is to be human. All of us have stuff that is happens to us or that we are involved in that teaches us life lessons. And it says life has now fully breathed out through the physical creation, and it says it's time to be breathed back in. Breathe in all those um, and bring home those lessons to that remembrance of who you are inside that says, I am this being and I am whole and I am home. I don't have to be anybody but me and I am loved. You want
Nice.
to add some?
No, I think that you got it.
Okay.
All right. So Courtney's next.
Courtney. Mhm.
Okay. What I got for Courtney is good, good. Vortality.
Mortality.
Get this turned right. There we go. Um, Now, Vortality has 10, 11, and 12 as its numbers. And it is telling us to be very natural in the way that we're living our lives, meaning that we're flowing with our soul energy. We're allowing things to come to us. We're really paying attention to how to bring things in, not to force anything, but be ready to be trusting. Because one of the questions in this is, am I ready for vitality in my life? Can I free fall with trust? So it's like trusting that divine source, trusting your inner soul, trusting that you can just relax into that energy and you will be taken where you need to be taken. So I think it's a very calming, lovely message for you, Courtney,
Mm.
to allow this whole thing to be so natural and that knowing that it's and trusting that it's going to bring to you exactly what you need.
Mm. Absolutely. I can feel that too. here is your one color card that goes with it. And it's just saying in this process that you're going to go through, seek out answers from a higher source. Remember, the white is the color of the divine. And it's saying, when in doubt, when you're going through questioning, you know, go into that inner self, go into that place where you can connect with source. For some of us it's a heart, for some of us it's near there, but in some other place. But just kind of go within and seek that connection for source, and you'll find it's calming. It's reminding you you are home, you're loved, and here you are going through this calming process, like Arlene said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So Grace is next.
All right. Well, I got two cards for Grace. Grace,
Oh.
I got both red and green. I got the strength in green and the lesson in red. So, my question for you, Grace, are you pushing the envelope in any way? Are you saying this needs to happen, or I need that, or I need to work harder, or something along that line? Because green is saying to you, you're integrating right now, and you're growing and expanding and learning to love in a really deep way, deeper than maybe you ever have, even though you've had so much love for so many people. But just use the red and green together, because there is some softening of this active energy that wants you to work hard and all that kind of stuff, and it brings it to the green that says, just let it flow with me, let me show you how this is just going to come to you.
What a great message that is.
Yeah.
Especially if we're in that place of feeling anxious. So her card is Passionate Ascension.
Oh, I love that one.
Look at the reds and greens there.
Yes,
you know,
yes, yes.
and a great way to swirl them into balance there. Intention and commitment to the spiritual journey have brought you to this juncture. Oh, yes. Now it's time to leap with faith into an unknown world. Let your passion propel you inward to your core in order to combust outward into new way of being without looking back. I'm getting also with this. This is encouraging you to, keep on the path even when things get kind of busy, and uh, maybe like she said, that energies are kind of competing here. Just to look at how, if I was in the middle of that, I'd be just going, wow, I'm swirling. It's like a merry-go-round. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be at peace, because it's the passion you have inside you about why you're here and how you work. You are a very passionate person, and when that gets going, it's this beautiful color. All of these colors here, and with this beautiful star in the middle. But it can run smoothly. It doesn't have to hurry at all. It can know that all is well in this very moment. All is well, and all is moving, and boy, is this fun. Yeah.
Wow. I can just feel you swirling into the next piece of whatever it is, but in a way that is like a dance, or in a way that is like going with the stream, and it's not going to be too fast. It's not going to be too slow. It's not going to be in a direction that you wonder about. It's just going to be.
She says, woot, woot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Well, Well, what a lovely group today, and what an amazing time we have together. I always so look forward to this time.
Yes.
So, everybody, be sure that you are working with the cards this week. So, we have wings and we have the lesson in yellow. And those of you who have the cards, go ahead and delve into that. And remember to pay attention to how this, this whole time of change that is a sea change, notice it in yourself. Notice it and celebrate, because this is a huge time for all of us.
Mm-hmm. It is. Thank you all for being here. You're such a blessing to us. I know that you, I love the feedback that you really do get a lot of uh, um, assistance, with us. And I do too. And I know Arlene does too. And it helps us as a community coming together during this time and
Does.
just supporting each other. And that feels so good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you all.
Mhm. Hope see you next week, maybe, hopefully.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.